The Red Magic 3S is a relatively minor upgrade on the previous Red Magic 3, which itself was a cracking gaming phone, but for anyone in the market for a dedicated gaming smartphone, then the 3S is arguably one of the best. Thanks for watching 9to5Google on YouTube. Be sure to thumbs up, hit subscribe and enable notifications with the bell icon so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. The Red Magic 3S now comes with the Snapdragon 855 Plus chipset, retains the base 8GB of RAM configuration, but the storage is now bumped for UFS 3.0 storage at a 128GB base. That is of course the biggest upgrade in terms of performance, and it makes the entire package that bit more snappy, but more on that later. There is also a new lick of paint, but this is essentially the same phone bar some upgraded internals. It has the same size, the same 90Hz Full HD Plus AMOLED at around 390 ppi, and while I'm not a fan of that meme-worthy gamer look and feel, this is a decent, well-built device that is very comfortable to hold in landscape when playing games. The inclusion of a headphone port is also great, but those booming front-facing speakers are one that really help the immersion in games and movies on top of that. You might have already noticed that this phone is still running Android Pie. That's because, unfortunately, it actually is. We're running the August 2019 Security Patch 2, which is a little concerning to be completely honest. I will say that Nubia's lucky that the Red Magic 3S is running a lightweight build of Android though, as it scrapes a passing mark as there is no real bloatware to speak of. My biggest issue though is that Nubia hasn't been forthcoming with the OS upgrade information either, so it's unclear if or when you might see the Android 10 update on this device, which is of course both frustrating and disappointing at the same time. If updates are important to you, then it might be best to steer clear of the 3S. Given the internals though, Android this bare bones runs pretty much flawlessly, apps and games load more or less instantly, performance is blistering and will only likely be beaten by devices running the very latest chipsets, but everything at this point in time is smooth as silk. As we say, there aren't many software tweaks, but the dedicated gaming hub returns on this upgraded handset with controls for game boost, fan power and vibration tweaks, but I can't say it really makes games that I play all that much better. Maybe there is some effect, but personally I haven't been able to see any on a day-to-day basis. Naturally, you wouldn't expect a gaming-focused smartphone to come with a great camera, and while that is true, the Red Magic 3S manages to improve ever so slightly on the previous model with crisp, clear, sharp images that just fall short of the flagship lines. The Sony IMX sensor packed inside manages to take okay images if you want to take a quick snap. Beyond that, I would say this isn't a great camera for all scenarios. One of the most important parts of any gaming smartphone is the battery, and a 5000 mAh battery should be propping you up for even the most intense gaming sessions, and I can confirm that this is a battery beast for most people out there. In my experience, I did not need to charge every day, as my use case with the Red Magic 3S manages to be a 2-day phone with no issues whatsoever. Watching a movie or playing a game for a few hours barely even sapped at that battery life, even despite the thirsty 90Hz refresh rate display. Playing games like Call of Duty Mobile for an hour solid took around 8% off the battery, which I must say is pretty impressive. If you're worried about battery life, then the Red Magic 3S is one of the better performers on the market. As overall upgrades go though, the Red Magic 3S feels a bit like a OnePlus T model. However, when you consider the pricing at under $500, there really aren't many phones out there that can offer these specs. That said, I still get that nagging feeling that you might be better off picking up the OnePlus 7 Pro simply as the gaming performance is identical, plus it has better software updates, and I would say personally better overall design. Although that said, if you want a dedicated gaming phone at a reasonably decent price point, then the Red Magic 3S is probably one of the best that you can buy right now. If you have any questions about the Red Magic 3S, then be sure to pop them down in the comment section below. But with all of that said, this is Damien with 9to5Google saying thanks for watching. Until next time though, I will speak to you later.